chosen. And staking out the battlefield, see, before we go in. Pass the mic to a killer, he get the slaying. I'm Kakarot, all of my bros is Super Saiyan. We stacking blocks, protect the basket, you in the playing. We at the Mecca, hit the game winning shot like I'm Jalen. Manifesting energies, praying for my enemies. Taking vacays in the keys, working on our synergy. Changing up my wardrobe, never my identity. Smoke until I got a little buzz till infinity.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the God of Inks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with the Cuzzos, man. I'm here with Rick the Ruler. I'm here with Toon. Tell me how y'all feeling, man. Oh, wow. What an introduction.
Can you imagine?
Right? Could you imagine how y'all doing, man? How y'all feeling? Nope, nobody's doing good.
I was waiting for Rick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I appreciate you. No, I'm good, man. I'm good. Was not happy about that Pistons game, but we'll get into that. But other than that, man, I'm good.
Toon, how about you, man?
I'm doing good, alive, blessed, family alive, family doing good. Y'all all here, y'all family too, y'all good, so I'm good.
That's right. Amen, brother.
I
I love
love that.
that, man. You know what I'm saying? A nice sentimental way to start the podcast off, man. You know, a lot of people don't. Anyway, so honestly, it's been a minute. It's actually been a minute since we've been here together, because I actually was.
Don't fuck with us.
That's not true. You was gonna find a way to throw that one in the plans. No, I actually went up to New York for my birthday, so I had a little quick jump up there. My wife got me tickets to the Knicks game, and that was the game that started this streak that we were on. You know what I mean? That was the Brooklyn Nets game. Actually, while I was in New York, I got to see Rick. You know, and some of my other family. You know what I mean? Not everybody. It was just, you know, him, his brother, his sister.
Yeah, just the ones that you love.
Don't say
wow.
that.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Nah.
Oh, wow.
Well, Toon don't like that because Toon was invited and he didn't show up. So
no, don't do that. Don't do that.
He didn't show up to me, man.
No, don't do that.
You love me because you don't
Don't
fuck
do
with
that.
me.
No.
See, he don't like it. He don't like it. Yeah.
So,
no.
So you gonna say so you're gonna say your little cousin and your niece.
I'm gonna be honest.
Her birthday and her cheer competition. That is not important.
No, it was.
Just more.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all love. It's all love. I'm just kidding. We didn't even have nothing big. It was just literally we just linked up at my sister's house.
Yeah.
A couple of us. It might have been like 7 or 8 of us. It wasn't even a lot of people. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like a big party. It was just a few people who could come out when they could. You know what I mean? I didn't even know Rick was coming. He surprised the hell out of me. I didn't even know he was coming. He snuck up on me. So it was good to see.
Come on, you put it in the chat. You were just like, yo, my sister's having some.
You did not respond. You didn't respond.
I didn't.
I had no clue. So I was like,
okay. I was like, I thought this was supposed to be a surprise. Why is he inviting us to his own surprise? So I was like, all right, I'll leave it.
Nah, my sister, she moves fast. She moves kind of fast. So I already let her know who I was, you know what I mean, trying to get through, I guess. Anyway, long story short, it was a good time. I got to see you guys. But anyway, like I said, that started off our run, for the past 10 games. We're 9-1 in the past 10 games. And it's been a heck of a difference in this team. You know what I mean? The last time we were here, we were talking about making trades, getting certain guys out of here. Like, I want him gone. And now we're here with them. It's risky. It's risky to talk about certain things before trade deadlines when your emotions are high, because then you kind of got to live with it after that.
Well, it was based on performance. That performance has been altered. So, we can rescind those comments.
Yeah, just first of all, my bad. Shout out to the chat. I'm just not seeing Roz. He said it. I'm upset I wasn't invited to your birthday party. It was not a party. It wasn't a party. I'm sorry, Rob. My bad. It was not. No, hey, I mean, it wasn't a birthday party.
I mean, there was music, there was food, it was people.
We were watching the basketball game and talking. That was a good time, though. was a good time. He used to trust me too, and I wasn't invited. Rod, listen, don't do that. Don't do that to me, man. Come on, man. See, I already got family making me feel bad because they wasn't invited. So I okay. I'm sorry. I can't let everybody know. Came back to me. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, it was good though.
Yeah. Good to see.
The Nets game, Knicks versus Nets game, that was a boring game. I mean, it was not boring. I loved being in the arena during the game.
Yeah.
It just there
What
was
you mean? You got to see the highest. I don't even know how to word
the
this
the
without
the,
being the
the
highest,
largest margin of
largest
victory
margin. There you go. There you
You were
go.
part of
in Knicks
history.
history. In Knicks history. I was
Yeah,
there for
so
that.
it's
You know what
part.
I'm
It's
saying?
part of history.
It's
Yeah.
my
But it
birthday.
was
You know what I'm
boring
saying?
in the fact that there was really no competition. It was just kind of like
Yeah, like it
family
was
fun.
it was like, yo, fight back. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing, no fighting back at all.
Yeah.
They just stood there and just got beat up. But it was cool. You know what I mean? It was good to be there. Of course, because it was Brooklyn, it felt good. But like I said, in the arena, like nobody after a while, it was like nobody really cheered when the basket was made. It was kind of
Yeah.
like, that was a nice
Just like,
shot. You know what I mean? So
throw the
it was
towel.
cool. And actually I saw Sim from Nothing But Knicks there. Shout out to Sim
Oh,
from
that's what's up.
Nothing But Knicks team. I saw him at the game and yeah, man, we were in the building for that to kick it off. And then from there we went on to beat how can we go back real quick? Okay, there we
That schedule.
go. The Brooklyn Nets, then we beat the Philadelphia 76ers, which was a good game. Then it was the Sacramento Kings. It was nice to get some get back. Toronto, Portland, the Lakers in the Garden. That
was a
felt
good
good.
game.
That was a good game, and it was. I think they said it was the highest watched uh game since 2004 or something like that.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, or something. Don't get me wrong. It was a record breaking number. It was the highest watched game from something. I forgot exactly what the number was. I'll look it up later. But it was a good game. It was a really really good game. It was nationally televised, of course. So
I think
everybody was
Adam
watching
Silver
that.
was there too.
Who?
I think Adam Silver was at the game.
I think he was. I think he actually was at that game. They had a lot of people at that game. What was so special about that game?
I don't know.
It just
Luca,
makes
New York.
LeBron.
I guess. I mean, Adam could go to the Lakers game any other time. What was it?
True.
Yeah,
I guess
but
because it was
it's
in the
different
garden.
though.
It was in the garden.
Yeah,
It was
it's
in the garden.
different. It's L.A. and New York.
In New
Garden.
York. Yeah. So then after that, we went and smacked up the Washington Wizards. And then came back home and we ran into the Denver Nuggets with a double overtime game. Now that game,
That was annoying.
that was it was a good game.
Leaving?
It was annoying that the way we went into uh um the I think it was a first or second overtime because McCall with that foul. I was kind of like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
It wasn't a foul though.
it was a foul.
It wasn't a foul.
I think it was a foul, bro. He was
It wasn't
frustrated.
a foul. He had his hands out, but the dude lost his balance, so it looked like he was pushing him over, but it wasn't a foul. That's why Bridges was just like, come on, that wasn't a foul. Plus,
But then they reviewed it and still called it a foul. I'm
I
like,
know because it
Yeah,
didn't
that
look
was-
like a foul, but it wasn't.
and it was. You really could have said it was after the buzzer, like, you know what I mean. And that's
They
kinda,
both were fighting. So at that point, it's just like you call it dead.
Exactly.
yeah.
Buzzer
It should have.
dead.
You could have. The rest really just wanted to make that a game. Like, I don't know what it was.
It was multiple times towards the end of that game. They was
Yeah.
trying to like let the Knicks lose that, and
It was crazy. It was
They
crazy.
don't,
Shout
they
out to
don't
the
get a
chat.
good whistle.
Shout out to the chat. Steven Nutter in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Kevin Shake said, "Rich is my guy." What's going
What's
on,
good?
Kev? What's
What's
going
good,
on, Kev?
peoples?
Yeah. He said the fix was in. the other under was in play. Yeah, man. Something was going on. They were trying to make that a game. I think it was Jokic. Was it his first game back or second? I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't his first game back.
No,
Yeah, it wasn't his
second or
first
third
game
back.
But he was still on the minutes restriction, and
Mm.
they went to double overtime. So that was the most minutes that he played in a long time, and he really wasn't even supposed to play those minutes. And you could tell, like, he was fatigued. Like, a lot of his shots, boy, it was bad. It was bad. Like, he was taking shots, and I'm like, yo, Jokic don't even look like himself. And I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad at that because,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Oh well. But Jamal Murray actually started to hit shots late in that game, and then it tailed off as well. So I'm
Yeah.
like, we withstood it, and Cat got into foul trouble, got
Yeah.
fouled out, which was a blessing in disguise because
Yes.
the moment he got fouled, I remember Mitch got subbed in, and I think immediately it was like Jokic versus Mitch. Like it was like he had to play up against him on defense. And as soon as that play started, like Mitch was right up on him and he blocked him. I think it went on to like a fast break or something like that. And that's when the energy changed, and then these guys ended up finally going on to win that game. But it was a good game. Frustrating, but it was a good game. And then unfortunately, we go into Detroit and we lose by
We got spanked.
38 points.
Yeah.
Not a fun game. Not a fun game. Listen, we don't want to go into detail on all of these games because we be here all night, and we already talked about it backstage. That is not our plan. We're not gonna be here all night. So but yeah, that game, if we do talk about one game in particular, if there was one thought that you guys had about the Pistons game, what give me your short summary on that game. Rick, go ahead, you go first.
I just feel like it was a bad game offensively for us. We just weren't hitting shots. Like we were off. I think we hit like 4 3-pointers in the first 3 quarters, and I was just like, this is not us.
Yeah.
And I think Detroit took full advantage of that. They're a physical team. We don't have a really good NBA whistle. So I just think everything added up to us not playing well that game. I mean, 38 points after coming off a 9-game win streak. It just, I let that one go. You know, I think we just ran out of gas and, you know, everything wasn't lining up. But, you know, we got it back with the next game. But that was my take on that Detroit game.
Yeah. I agree with that. Tune, how you feeling?
I'm not really worried about the Detroit game. I mean, we've seen in previous years teams get beat all season long in the playoff times, you know, looking like a totally different outcome. So, not to mention, we was down a couple pieces, and now with our new addition, GTA 5, I ain't worried about nobody. I mean, to be honest, barring injury, if we healthy, I ain't worried about nobody.
Yeah, that's been the thing with us. Just like that game, like you said, we were down OG, we're down Cat, and you know what I mean. It's
And
frustrating.
Josh got hurt.
And
And Josh got hurt. Josh got hurt, which I don't even think he was supposed to be in that game. You know what I mean? Like
No,
I
he
don't.
shouldn't have. He
He
shouldn't
shouldn't
have.
have even been playing. I think he's been like fighting for this team, bro. Every single time he gets hurt, he kind of waits. He really doesn't even give himself time to heal. He just like, yo, I'm going right back in. Like, you know, so shout out to Josh for always trying, but sometimes it just I would have rather him sat that game out. You're missing Cat and OG, you're missing your second best offensive player, you're missing your best defensive player all around, and also on some nights your second best scorer. And you know what I mean, not only that, to me, I think we just, when you go against a team that you beat in the playoffs, like you gotta expect them to bring that intensity every single game.
For sure.
Mhm.
Every single time you see them, they're going that it's their get back. They want their get back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
but
you're
I
in
mean, but
Detroit.
you gotta
There's
think about
no
it.
way you're going.
When we was playing against the Hawks years ago, not to bring up years ago, but we brought the intensity and look what happened in the playoffs.
Yeah. Same
We
thing.
wanted our get back.
No. I'm just saying in terms of when you're playing against a team that you beat and is also the number one team in the East right now, like you gotta expect playoff intensity in that game. Like you shouldn't just go in that game expecting like, you know, whatever, we don't care about this. Like, yo, you should be able to see something. Like, not, I don't care if we lose, but 30, 38,
Yeah.
that's 2 30-point losses we have to that team this year. Like, that's not to say that they're going to be this in the playoffs, but it's not good to see that, to have a guy, or I mean, have a team to come in there and just, especially a guy like Jenkins, like he was going crazy. Then is it Dennis Jenkins? Is his name?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
Roscoe
know.
Jenkins, I don't know.
Roscoe Jenkins. But and yeah, that was the other thing that we were talking about earlier. He was saying that I think a couple of guys got drafted ahead of him that are on our team. I think it was
Mm.
Kevin McCullough and is it Kevin McCullough? It might have been Kevin McCullough and Tyler Kolek. And so he feels like every time he sees them, he's gonna have to, they're gonna have to
Let them
CV.
know.
They got
Yeah.
drafted ahead of me, So these guys got a chip in their shoulder for multiple reasons. You know what I mean? But that they got to make that come to fruition in the playoffs because at the end of the day, you could be a really good regular season team. We've seen it happen plenty of times. You know what I mean? But you know, being ready in the playoffs and being and I can't say that they're not experienced because you got guys like what's the guy that floats around everywhere? Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris.
Yeah, you got a guy like Tobias Harris over there. You got a good veteran. He's still
Why you
giving
say
you.
he floats around everywhere?
He floats
Um,
everywhere, bro.
they got Duncan Robinson too over there.
Duncan
Yeah, and now they
Robinson
got Duncan.
floats around.
Duncan Robinson was, and when I say he floats everywhere, I'm talking about he's on a couple different teams. Like he every other year he's on a different team somehow. He was on actually wasn't he on the Pistons for a little while?
Yeah, he was on
Before?
the pit. He was with Orlando. Then he went to Philly, and then he went to Detroit, and then he went
Where was he?
to back to Philly, and then now he's back with Detroit. One or two. I know he's
Something
back.
like that.
This is the second run with Detroit. No, I'm lying. He was with Orlando. Then he went to Detroit. Then he went to Philly. Now he's back with Detroit. That's what it was.
Okay, yeah.
Not
So
even
he
left.
veteran guy though, veteran guy. He knows how to make those timely shots, but it's it's a different beast in the playoffs. So even guys like Isaiah Stewart, who's like, listen, if I was there, you guys wouldn't have beat us. So these guys want to. They're gonna step up for these games versus us every time. We got to play them 2 more times this year. So is it 3? Did we play them 3 or 4 times? Maybe 4 times. So I think
We're
it's two
playing
more
four
times.
times. We're
Yeah,
playing
so I think it's two
four
more
times.
times. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But at the end of the day, when you go against a team like that, you got to expect playoff intensity, and that's just how it is. Steven Adams said too many players always being moved. Yeah, it's crazy, especially guys at that stage of their career. They get moved a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's the NBA, man. Like, there's not a
Stanley
lot
Schroeder.
of
He gets
NBA
moved a lot. He just
caliber.
got
Yeah,
moved.
he does. He does. But wherever he goes, he plays decent. So I'm not even.
Which is weird. Like as good as Dennis Schroeder plays, he makes those tough plays. Like everybody's like, yeah, you want Dennis? Y'all give you Dennis.
Yeah, it's tough.
No matter how good he's playing, he's
Nobody
like
marries this guy.
I
Yeah.
got Dennis. I got Dennis though. If you want Dennis.
He in
So,
Cleveland right now.
Yeah, he in Cleveland. That's and that was a weird deadline. That was a weird deadline. Um. Anyway, but yeah. So the 10-game win streak, and then we finish it off yesterday versus the Boston Celtics, and that was extremely satisfying to beat them
yes.
in Boston. You know what I mean? 111-89. Um.
Two Boston teams lost yesterday.
Oh yeah. The Patriots lost. And the Boston Celtics lost first. They started the day off with the bad juju. So if I was the Patriots, I'd be blaming Boston for that. You know what I'm saying? But so yesterday in the game, of course, it was our new guy, Jose Alvarado's first game.
Talk of the town.
Yeah, talk of the town. First game in the Knicks uniform. We go against the Boston Celtics. We go in there and man, it was what can I say? It was a very entertaining game up until a certain point, and then it's like we took control, and then that was it. Like we had control of the car, and they was in the back seat for the rest of the ride. What was it exciting for me? If I had to pick one, it's hard. It's hard because Jose Alvarado was like of course, like the pause. Yeah, the Jose Alvarado was like the biggest addition to the team that really changed the momentum yesterday. But my game ball goes to Mohamed Diawara because you give him the opportunity against a guy like Jaylen Brown and he like locks him up. You know what I mean? He had him he was diving all over the floor and getting jump ball and all that. Like the dude was really doing everything that you needed somebody with that wingspan
Yeah.
to do against a guy like that. Because Jalen Brown came out and I'm not gonna lie, he was kind of punking Mikal. Like he was getting his drives to the basket, giving him that little bump, and Mikal would just go
Mhm.
flying. Like it's kind of like
Yeah.
embarrassing.
He put the ball down in front of him.
Yeah, like he just embarrassing. And
And,
then DOR comes in and he just changes it up. Go ahead,
and,
cuz.
and that's why I like when they beat him, because Jalen Brown, he's always upset when we beat him, man. He's
Yeah,
always coming up with some type of
terrible.
excuse for why they lost and why they should have won because they're so much of a better team. I'm like, yo, shut up. Shut up. And don't get me wrong, I like him. I just, whenever he plays New York, I don't know, he just turns into this bad guy. He was just
Who are
like
you talking about,
Jalen
Jalen
Brown.
Brown?
Yeah, he's
I,
like, oh, the only reason why is because they don't call offensive fouls consistently. Like, why am I being called for a foul if a defender puts his face near my shooting range? Or what? I was just like, man, be quiet. You lost. Stop.
Listen,
Stop.
he's one of the biggest sore losers in the
Yeah,
NBA, and it's annoying. And he has this thing against New York. Like he talks
exactly.
so much trash about New York. Like I just hate New York.
Yeah,
And it's just like, dude, shut up, bro.
enough.
Like nobody cares what you
Exactly
talk about.
enough.
I'm cool off Jalen, and I actually used to be a Jalen Brown fan, like over Jason Tatum.
Yeah,
Like I actually liked his game more, especially when he was younger, because he was more defensive minded, and I liked the fact that he was a two-way player. I'm like, yeah, that's a good dude.
yeah.
Like, it's a good pickup.
He's
But
thirsty.
after he got that $300 million contract, it's like he thought he was LeBron James, dog. And I
Not
was like,
even the three
yeah.
minutes after he got that chip. That's when he really started smoking
Yeah, that's
himself.
when he really started to talk crazy too. He got the money and now he got the chip, and you can't really say nothing to him at this point. And it's kind of like, all right, whatever, bro. You good, but whatever. Just be quiet. And he's I feel like he's a cornball. Like it's kind of like a little cornball, man. Like it's my boy Jelani cannot stand Jalen Brown, bro. Every single time, like, yo, he's garbage. Like he's crying.
He's not garbage, but I know he can be a bad guy. I get it.
Yeah,
He's not garbage. So
yeah.
I like
But
it.
it was good to see Diawara step up and
Yeah.
at that point, and in their building and
Yeah.
make big plays.
Yeah.
What was one big thing about that game that stood out to you, Tune?
One, the intensity, the swag, the hustle, the drive, like just adding that one. I don't want to keep bigging up Jose like that, but it's like just seeing somebody like Muhammad. Muhammad's already been showing us glimpses throughout the whole season, and I was already high on Muhammad when we got him.
Mhm.
But seeing him step up, especially in that game, and seeing just the energy surrounding the guys, especially adding a New Yorker to the team, that grit that we need is just like it's like finally. Like I really like my boys was like I won't say they was clowning me, but they was like, oh no, you bugging. And I really feel like adding Jose is like adding our Tony Allen to this team.
Mm.
And I'm not saying that he's on the defensive level as Tony Allen, because Tony Allen was a beast. Shout out to Tony Allen. You know, you as a legend, you as a Celtic, you know, kiss my ass or what. But he, I
He only
really
he
feel
only, he
like,
only he only played for the Grizzlies in my head.
yeah. But he, like, I really feel like this is the type of player that we've been needing. Like, the trade deadline came up, Draymond's name got brought up. I even said Draymond. As much as that, I had to swallow my pride, but I'm like, we need a player like that. But now we got one, you know what I'm saying? And you know me, I can get rowdy. If I see a dude just standing on business, not to mention how he put Pauls on the 7-footer, like, yo,
He definitely did.
bruh,
Yo, that's a New Yorker at heart, bro.
yo,
That's a New Yorker at heart.
I'm lit right now. I'm hyped.
I'm telling you right now, that's a New Yorker at heart. It's just like being able to see somebody who actually breeds and like bleeds the the energy of the city, like the actual city that we are representing as a franchise. And we got a lot of close guys. You got Cat, you got Brunson. Like they were,
A
you
Jace.
know,
Yeah.
they would by default. You know what I'm saying? By default, they were New Yorkers in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of embraced them as New
Yeah.
Yorkers. You know what I
Look at
mean?
Jace.
Because especially because Cat's family, like they love the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? He's from Jersey, so and he love the Knicks. Brunson, same thing. His dad played for the Knicks.
Play for
You
the
know what I
Knicks.
mean? It's the hometown kind of feel. But Jose is, I mean, he was taking the subway. You know what I'm saying? Like he was on the MTA for real. Like he was actually putting his feet on the concrete out here. Like it's a little bit different than just being in the area. You know what I mean?
Playing
So
out here,
yeah,
living out here, being a Nick fan.
he
You know
went
what
to
I'm
Christ
saying?
the King. Like,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Like this dude is a New Yorker at heart, bro. You know what I mean? And that's a good piece. But Rick, go ahead. Before we get back into, because we're gonna talk about Jose after this after a while. But what was the one thing about this game that stood out to you?
We won.
I like
I
that.
love being. I love being in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
We shut down. Uh, what's his name?
Jalen.
No, no, no. Uh,
Oh, Derek White.
Derek White. Yeah, we shut
Derek
him.
White.
Normally he lives behind that 3 point line. He knows how to find his shot, and he was not able to find it that game, and that made me happy. And it showed on the score sheet. We owned just about every single quarter, so that made me happy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's always a good day when you beat Boston in their garden because
Yes,
it's not the
not
garden,
the
it's
garden.
their
Yeah,
garden.
right.
You know what I mean? Like it's always a good thing to get a dub there. But like we were saying before, about Jose being home, man. Like, and the way it happened was kind of, first of all, we were hearing remnants of this happening for like about 2 months, 3 months at this point. Um, but
They
it
even brought up
didn't.
his name last year too.
Yeah, and last year, they,
Really?
they did talk about him. Yeah, it was slight. It was slight. It was slight though. It wasn't as heavy as it was this year, but it was like it did come up last year. And it's when it came up this year, we were more like, "Well, dang man, I don't know who we gonna give up because Tyler Kolik's been playing well, and we got Deuce,
Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying." So now, when you got him, and you realize that Deuce is out for the remainder of the year, the regular season at least. The word is that he's going to try to play in the playoffs.
Playoffs.
I think it's a core. He's having core surgery. He had it this past Friday. Um, it's you know that's not something you kind of you want to uh jump the gun on. You kind of want to just the
Just
core
let
is
him heal.
yeah,
Yeah.
the core is that's it's the core.
Yeah.
It's your core, bro. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
It's everything.
You don't want to mess any of that up. So I know that he wants to get back out there and play for the team, but I think what they did by getting Jose Alvarado, I think it was huge for you know I can't say, I don't want to say replacing, but bringing something that's a little bit uh he kind of brings the same energy that Deuce brings, but more in a veteran kind of mindset. Like he's not old by any stretch of the imagination. Um, but is he older than Deuce? I feel like they had the same
Damn, I
age.
want to say like Jose, like 25.
Okay, okay, yeah. So he's a little bit older. He's a little bit older than Deuce, I think. So but he kind of brings what Deuce would be bringing if he was here. He's gonna be hitting big shots and being able to spread the floor and hit open shots. Um, Point of attack defense. High IQ plays on both sides of the ball. So it's good to bring him in here. But the first thing I'm thinking is like, well, dang, what does that mean for Deuce? That's the first thing I thought about because you know the way his contract is looking, um, extensions and things like that, uh, re-signing. I'm not sure. how it's gonna look because you already got you. Of course, you got Jalen. You got Tyler. You now got Jose. You're not gonna move Jose now at this point. So is Deuce the odd man out with this kind of move? Is are we seeing the end of his tenure as a Nick? You know, after this year is all said and done. You know what I mean? Because unless you plan on moving a Tyler Kolek, or maybe in a move over the summer, this is a pretty deep point guard rotation with whoever's at the back end of that not getting any minutes. You know what I mean? Because Jose's he's gonna get a lot of minutes, as you saw in his first game as a Nick. Didn't even really know much of the plays or anything like that, but he's out there in crunch and not crunch time, but the minutes that matter the most. But how do you guys feel about what this means for Deuce in terms of going forward after the season's over? Rick, how you feeling?
Deuce is my guy, man. I love his energy on defense. He had one of the what up, X? He had one of the highest percentage 3-point shots in the league, and he went out there. He got us back in the game a couple times. So I hope it doesn't mean he's gone. But like you said, we got Jalen, we got Tyler, we got Jose now. Where's the minutes going to come from for him? It's tough. I don't know. But you know what I do know is that this front office knows what they're doing. I definitely would not be saying this a few years ago. So, I mean, look, we wanted to get rid of Yabusele. Rid of him. I heard that we didn't want to straight up trade for Jose Alvarado, and yet somehow we found a way to get it done where all we had to do was give up. Not only, but as far as players go, we only had to give up Yabusele, and then we got Jose. So, I mean, whatever they have in mind, it's gonna believe in them. Man. They earned that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, man. It's kind of hard to hate on this front office the way they make moves. It's really slick how they do things. I don't know. Yeah, man. I don't know how they pull these moves out their asses sometimes, bro. But it's it's ingenious, to have you make a move, you move Yabusele, because what I heard was they wanted the Pelicans didn't want Yabusele, or I think there was a clause in his contract that they didn't want to deal with or something like that. And we made the move with Chicago to move Yabusele, and with what we got back from Chicago, we made that move to get Jose Alvarado. Now, shout out to Yabusele because he actually, I think he lifted the clause for his, I forgot exactly what it was, his extension or something like that, or some kind of guarantee. He lifted the clause for it so that we were able to make that deal for him. So shout out to him for allowing that to happen and making it easier for us to make that move. And we still put him somewhere where he can produce. So you say he went over there and we had a 15 and 11 in his first game. So like, where was that?
He did well, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, shout out to him for that. But Toom, talk to me. How do you feel about Jose and what this means for Deuce?
Just to pick up where you left off at. Yabusele, shout out to him, but Yabusele is a dude that he needs minutes. He don't need 5-10 minutes. He needs a consistent 20 or plus minutes to get his rhythm going. That's why he was able to do the 15 and 11. But back to the question at hand. I'm excited for Jose. I really like Deuce. But sitting in the position that we're in, pause. I would much rather see Deuce go to a team.
Yeah, we had the same reaction.
Yeah, like I'll get that one.
I will much rather
that one on TikTok.
I will much rather see Deuce be on a team where he can flourish, and not be on his Emmanuel Quickly deal. You know what I'm saying? I not saying that he don't fit the team. If he wants to stay, I'll let him stay. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for Deuce staying. But to get the rotation that we need, I feel like Jose definitely is what we need. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, maybe we can move Kolick and keep Deuce. Because Deuce is a better defender than Kolick. Deuce don't know how to control the rock. But I mean, Jose's here for that. So
he know how to control the rock. He don't know how to make plays.
I think it comes down to money. It comes down to money at the end of the day. If you can get the same kind of production out of Jose Alvarado for less money than you're gonna pay Deuce, because let's be honest, like the contract that Deuce is on now is like one of the best valued contracts in the league, because you're talking about one of the best shooters in the league right now.
Exactly.
Who you paying how much money? I don't even know how much he was getting paid. I don't even know. He's not really getting paid much. But that's out the window after this year's over. So I would rather not. I mean, don't get me wrong. You could add him in the trade.
And you already know who that is gonna be, folks.
I'm just saying,
Throw your G's up real quick, you know what I'm saying?
Just saying, I would not be surprised if Rod's crazy. Rod said he's getting paid like a Starbucks cashier. Yo, to be leading the league in like 3-point percentage and getting paid but like a cashier is crazy. But that's kind of wild.
I can't look at the chat when he's in here, man.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, like this one right here, it made me lose track of thought. He said, Jose, can you see dudes being let go by NY? I can't focus when he's in here, bro. Oh man, I literally
full screen. Yeah, I know.
I can't look at the chat because man have my train of thought all over the place. So I forgot where I was gonna go next. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. But I honestly think, Xavier said I think Deuce is getting like $4 million. Yeah, man, like this. The amount of money he's going to be getting now, like when this season is over, it's going to be a little different now. So going back to that point that we were talking about with the trade, if there is one, I think we make a run, see what we can get, see what can happen at the end of this year. Also, I think it's ironic that everybody wanted Giannis, and they were all aggressively trying to get Giannis. Mm-hmm. And then the Bucks were just like, yeah, never mind, we'll wait.
Yeah.
And held him there. And then after things kind of like settled down, Giannis is like, I never said I didn't want to be here. I just didn't want to be here and lose. It's like, well, Giannis, why are you playing games, bro? Like, we know what's going on here. And at the end of the day, if you know the contractual situation, and also like with picks, like, they're clearly looking for picks. You know what I mean? And the fact that we don't have any picks to give them, but at the end of the season, we just happen to have, I think, like 2 first-round picks that become available or something like that. So I just think it's a little ironic that they want to hold off, because the only team that Giannis wants to go to.
What's the hot take? Spit it out.
I just feel like depending on how this season goes, we will see a trade. I don't even think there's a might. I don't think there's a might. Depending on how this season goes, if we can get to the finals. Now, if this team gets to the finals, I also think that they kind of think about what they got and still pull a trade, bro. Like I just don't. I don't know how they can have Giannis sitting there saying like, "Hello," you know what I mean, and not make that move, and then have question marks all year long.
You know what I feel? This is what I'm gonna say. Conversations was had behind the scenes.
Of course.
And I look at it like this. The reason why the Bucks ain't pulled the trigger right now is because we got 2 expiring contracts after next season. And we all know who those 2 contracts are on both the teams. And then we have other players and other draft picks that could be fair game come next season. Right now it would have been too difficult and too much to try to pull something off. So seeing how his health was, a major factor, that was probably brought up in the conversation. And they're like, listen, we don't want to pull the trigger for X amount of things, and his health ain't up to par. So listen, if you stay put and we stay put, we got you. Just let it marinate, and we got you.
Yep.
And I think that's what's really going on.
I can see that. I honestly can see that because I would have been scared to make that move. I think it's only fair. It's only fair if I'm giving up all of these pieces for this star who does want to be here, and he's also not being like a jerk towards your franchise right now. You know what I'm saying? You guys owe it to him and us in order to make this, like, we're cool making a trade. Like, because one thing that I'm thinking about, like, if there was talks in the offseason, there had to be talks,
of course,
going into the trade deadline, because both teams are saying that the other side wasn't serious over the summertime. Now all of a sudden, once the season starts to get along, you start to see how guys are acting and how we were ebbing and flowing. Then it's kind of like, all right, so who'd you say you wanted again? You know what I mean? Like, it kind of changes things a little bit. And then, these guys, they figure it out. They go on this winning streak, and they kind of like, let's just stand pat. What's going on with Giannis and his health? You know what I mean? And I think they owe it to Giannis. They owe it to us. If you're gonna make this kind of trade, this big seismic kind of move, like all sides have to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? I would believe, even if Giannis himself was hurt, he's like, I don't want the team that I'm gonna go to give up a whole lot to get me if I'm not 100%. That's not right.
Want to win, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I still want some insurance if something does happen when I'm here. You know what I mean? So if it means let's wait till the summer so you guys have more of the picks that you're looking for, cool. Let's do that. You know what I mean? This way you guys don't have to give up as much to get me. So I just think there's a lot going on behind closed doors that personally it took a lot of maturity on both sides not to, you know what I mean, just pull the trigger and it just make something happen when they didn't need to. Like the for example, the Melo trade, like in the way that happened, and they were kind of rushing that one through, and that just came through, and and you had to give up the farm really to get Melo. So hopefully we'll see something. Hopefully we get a championship this year. How about that? Like, before we even talk about Giannis in the offseason, the team that we have now currently, I want us to be able to figure something out and win. Because, and we can go into the next part and get up out of here, but Cat has been looking a little bit more like himself recently. You know what I'm saying? And looking more like he's, how would you say, connected with the team. These guys look a little bit more connected. The chemistry looks a little bit better. There hasn't been that attitude as much. They had or didn't have a players only meeting, which the players are saying there was never a meeting. I feel like every single time somebody say there's a players only meeting, the players be like, we didn't have no meeting. And it's like, okay, cool, bro. But obviously there was some talks that were had. But
wait, the players said that they didn't have a meeting?
The players, Josh said, yeah, we didn't have a players only meeting. Like, guys just had talk. And I'm like,
I got together. It's a meeting.
It's a meeting, bro. Like, what are you talking about? The players had a meeting. What are we talking about? So, like,
I didn't hear that. So that's news to me. Wow.
It's the wordplay. That's why. Because when you hear players only, it's like everything. Oh, we're panicking.
Yeah, they're like, no, there wasn't a round table meeting about, like, that's not what we're saying.
Maybe one coach came or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a coach there. It wasn't a players only meeting.
Maybe some trainers were outside or something.
Right. But it's after they had whatever conversation they had,
Changed everything.
it changed everything, and guys were, like I said, a lot more connected. That Brooklyn game, I think, was a good start. I mean, it was Brooklyn. That team is, I don't even know what they're doing over there.
Struggling.
It's kind of scary what's going on.
Yo, they let Cam Thomas go for nothing.
Cam Thomas go. I don't know what's going on with that
roster. Wanted it out though.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of been doing him dirty for a while. Like, he was kind of like their best offensive player for years, and they had him coming off the bench.
Yeah.
So I would feel.
He don't pass the ball. That's why.
He don't pass the ball. His A button broke, bro. I tell you that. He don't pass the ball at all.
Yeah, you're dead looking teammate in the face.
Step back. Step back. Yo, Cam Thomas is a certified bench player, bro. You do not look your teammates off that much and not be a high efficient scorer and do all you are walking yourself into a bench role, my guy. So hopefully he finds a team somewhere. I think they just released him, and we'll see where he goes. I think he's going.
He's in Milwaukee.
Oh, the Bucks. Yeah. That's right. Which is they're doing anything they can. Giannis, we got
That's just another slapping tool for him.
Giannis is like, you don't get it. You still don't get it. But there's gonna be more dudes for him to slap in practice because he clearly don't be caring. But I don't know, man. I think yo, Xavier, you got a point. He said, "Would you pass the ball if you play for the Nets?" I kind of his whole career, he been in that uniform, bro. I'm not passing. First of all, that front office be wilding. I don't know what be going on. Like it's like they throw out G League players every year on purpose. I don't really understand what they. I mean, there's nobody ever since. I feel like the KD and Kyrie thing kind of messed them up, and
they ruined that whole franchise when they got them three.
They ran that franchise into the ground real quick. They went there. They had one good year. It was injuries, and then it was like, yeah, we out of here, and then left them with nothing. Mm-hmm. It's just something like, yeah, that's kind of dirty. But you know, I'm glad it wasn't us, because Brooklyn fans was going crazy talking about Knicks fans. It was ugly for a little while. But I don't know, man. I hopefully we'll see what happens with guys like that and in the Bucks. I don't know. I don't know what that franchise does at this point. I think they have to hit the reset button. You literally had Giannis his entire career, bro. Like this, you have to hit the reset button. I don't even think there's anybody you can trade. Yeah, like it's even if you trade first round picks with us. See if we give you 2 first round picks, right? This team is not a bad team, so it's going to be a 25 to 30 pick. You know what I'm saying? So, how do you get better like that? It's really hard getting rid of a superstar of that caliber. It's not easy, which is why you got to make that. You have to make the right move. You got to make sure, because at the end of the day, they could still flip these picks. So we'll see what happens. But we'll see what happens. But
the two of y'all seem to be on the same page as far as the postseason with the Giannis thing. I don't see it happening.
You don't see the Giannis thing happening?
I don't see Giannis coming to New York. I mean, look, it's been in the media, like you said, since the end of last season. They're talking about he's buying property in New York and he's having vacation in New York and he wants to leave. And the only team he says he wants to play for is New York. Like all these feelers going out there, but I don't know. It just seems like a lot. I don't see it happening.
I'll say this. This is the first time a superstar has said he wanted to go to New York and didn't go anywhere else. Any other time, the Knicks are on that list of teams because every star likes to throw the Knicks on their list of teams, and they never even talk to the Knicks.
Especially older stars. Yeah,
it should be a lot. But this is the first time where the guy literally came out and said, not to the media, but the franchise knows it. I want to go to New York, right? And all other teams kind of backed off. I've never seen that happen before. It was Miami. It was I forgot what other team it was, but it was mainly Miami. And you know one thing about Miami is Pat Riley ain't gonna let us get a hand over, ahead of him in anything. And for them to back off, I think there's something there. There has to be a little bit of fire there. There's too much smoke going on around that Giannis thing. So I would like for us to win a championship. That's my number one goal. Is focus on this. Yes. Focus on this team that is here now. But if we do not reach the finals, if we don't reach the Miami, Golden State, and the Lakers, thank you, Xavier. Those are the three teams.
I was getting notifications that it was a done deal with Golden State. So I was just like, see, right. This is why when y'all was talking about it, I was like, yo, stop talking about it, man. When the deal is done, then
we'll know.
Stop all this. Giannis, New York. I'm like, where? I'm
I ain't gonna
like an idiot. I'm like,
Toon sent it in the chat. He said Giannis is a Knick.
Twice.
He did it twice. Rick was like, wait, where? I'm looking. I don't see it. He was really looking for it.
Yo, man, got me my heart beating all fast.
Listen, I'm telling you. Look, Ross said the only intel you're gonna get is Thanasis if you don't. Nope. Keep his ass over. You know the crazy thing is, if Giannis is a Knick, you best believe Thanasis is a Knick.
He's coming.
You best believe Thanasis is a Knick. He's part of the trade, or he's getting dropped, and he's gonna pick him up. I promise you that's gonna happen. He's gonna start his career as a Knick and end his career as a Knick. It's just gonna be pretty ironic. You know what I mean? It's poetic, but at least we get Giannis in that process. He won't be the only Antetokounmpo. If that happens, if it happens, like I said, hopefully this team, Cat's been looking a lot better recently. You know what I mean? So it's less about the play and it's more about his attitude. And
he didn't get in foul trouble. I'll give him that.
Yeah. He's been a little bit more focused recently and more what's the word? Discipline. A lot more discipline, especially defensively. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Xavier said, I thought Thanasis retired. Did he? That's sad. We talking about a dude and we don't even know if he's retired. Rick said physically he did. Yo, that's crazy. I don't know, man, but we'll see. Luckily, we've gone in a little streak and we didn't have to make a move that would have crippled us. I'm sure it would have crippled us in some way. And usually when you make an emotional decision like that, it doesn't turn out well for you. But tomorrow we are playing the Indiana Pacers. It's a back-to-back versus the Pacers, and then we play the Sixers. I imagine there's going to be a few guys not playing tomorrow. I think we would rather go into Philly.
OG is already not playing.
Yeah, it's probably going to be OG, Mitch for sure. Mitch, OG is not playing. I wouldn't be surprised if Josh didn't play. And to be honest with you, we can still beat that team with those guys out. You know
I don't know. They just got Zubac, so it's gonna be hard on the board.
No, the hell it ain't. No. As long as Cat plays,
Cat did.
He wipes out Zubac every single time. As long as Cat is playing, he wipes. It's like it's every single time they played the Clippers and Zubac was there. He just literally was like he had a double every single time. So
not a problem.
I'm not worried, especially if Josh is playing. If Josh plays and you got Cat, that's good because you don't got to really worry about the boards and all of that and hustling. So
that means more minutes for Diawara.
Yes, absolutely. Which is, man. I just keep growing, young king. It's only your first year.
I can't wait till you catch a body.
Listen, man, he's getting confident. You're starting to see it in the way he's playing. He's starting to pull out moves and do crazy moves. I'm like, all right, you're doing too much now. Relax. You gonna have me jump out my seat in here and tear another Achilles. Like, relax. You wildin', bro. But yeah, he's absolutely been. You said what?
He's coming along.
He's coming along, man. He's actually developing, and it's weird to see a young Nick develop like that, and that's why our fans love our young players the way they do. But when they start to actually develop into something like you locking up Jaylen Brown, you're making big moves, my guy. So that's pretty much it. That's all I got. You guys got anything you want to say before we get out of here? Nah, I guess we good. I guess we good. Shout out to the chat. If you're still here, do me a favor, head over to YouTube. Please hit that like and subscribe, ring that bell so you're notified when we go live. And check in the chat one more time. He said, what if they want Mo and Tyler in the Giannis trade? You still
No, I'm not trading Mo. I'm not trading Mo. I'm not trading Mo. Not gonna happen. I'm not trading Mo. I'm not trading Mo. I'm not.
My chest. I almost coughed up blood in you. Jesus.
Is Giannis worth it?
Oh
yeah.
Is Giannis worth it? The short answer is yes. The short answer. But there ain't no answer that short.
I mean, and they said they want young players, so they more than likely not gonna want. You know, I mean, Mikal, he's still young enough, but it's just honestly, it's 4 players I'm not getting rid of. I don't give a damn. I'll fight somebody, and that's OG, that's Mo, that's Josh, and then obviously Jaylen.
Ross said Giannis about to gut your team. MSG about to have open runs and sign players. Bro, please. Please don't gut this team. I ain't gonna lie. Actually, if y'all taking Mo and Tyler
for Giannis, I'll take that.
If
that's all y'all want, okay.
But clearly, you're gonna have to throw a contract out there with him. So I mean, what if it's what if it's OG and Mo?
No,
you cannot get rid of OG.
Bro, I'm telling you right now.
I'm not getting rid of neither one of them.
OG, don't be surprised if OG's name starts to get floated around in trades because of how his contract looks, bro.
Damn.
That's all I'm gonna say. His contract is
Wait, didn't we just renew it though?
Yeah, you know how much he's getting? He's getting money.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
He does. I think he does deserve it. I'm just saying.
You cannot get rid of him.
I would love to keep, bro, to have OG and Giannis on the same team, but honestly, that would be a cheat.
What?
That would be a cheat. Are you kidding me?
OG, Giannis, and Mo off the bench?
That's not fair. That's not fair. It's not fair. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love this team, but there's a lot of guys I'd be willing to flip if we can. Like I said, ride or die Knicks fan, but I'm a ride or die. I'm about the name on the front of the jersey, not the back. I don't want to get caught up in a lot of these emotional non-decisions.
Exactly.
Emotional decisions or non-decisions that we make because of players we do have or don't have. As long as the play makes good for the name on the front of the jersey. That's it.
I agree.
That's it. That's where I stand. And if there's a move that I'm not going to say don't make a move, because you can make your team better by making trades. That's why these things are there. So, but I'm not calling for us to make a trade. But if there's a trade that you can make to make your team better without gutting it for a superstar, yeah, these opportunities don't come that often. So
exactly,
I'm saying, so facts, Xavier. There's a lot of unfair teams that were made. Give us the damn chip for sure. I'm sick of it. It's our turn, and everybody's just at this point. People just don't want New York to win a championship because they know they ain't gonna hear the end of it. Yeah. Oh well, get over it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be all right.
Come on, man. It's well over.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Salute to everybody that's here. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. Yeah, appreciate y'all for coming through. Until next time, peace, man.
posing and staking out the battlefield scene before we go in. Pass the mic to a killer, he get the slaying. I'm Kakarot, all of my bros is Super Saiyan. We stacking blocks, protect the basket, you in the playing. We at the Mecca, hit the game winning shot like I'm Jalen. Manifesting energies, praying for my enemies. Taking vacays in the keys, working on our synergy. Changing up my wardrobe, never my identity. Smoke until I got a little buzz till infinity.